Jonas are with us now, just traveling the world, gallivanting around a little bit. And where are you fresh from?
We are just back from Asia, actually. Our first trip
boy.
over there. We were in the Philippines, we were in Singapore, and Malaysia. It was a quick run. It was like 2 weeks nearly, but it was unbelievable. The fans there were great, and want to get back very soon if we can.
What has it been like being, I know you're back in the studio working on a new album, being on stage together.
Yeah.
What's it been like this time? How has it evolved, Joe?
I think the biggest thing that's evolved is probably the music more than anything. I feel like we've been able to kind of tap into like a flow where we feel really comfortable with the new style.
Right.
When we first jumped into the studio, it didn't really feel quite right. We kind of felt like we needed a few months off, so we took a few months off again, and then came back in the studio, and it just started back up again.
So what didn't feel right, you think, Kev, when you try and put your finger on it?
It's funny, you actually see a little bit of it happening in the TV show,
Yeah.
which is cool on our show Married to Jonas. And when you
Which, by the way, some saw last night. The show last night. The show was on last night.
yes, it was
Yeah.
season finale. Actually.
That's right.
And so you got to see us in the studio creating, unlike before where you might see an artist like in the studio, which is them already finished recording, pretending to sing along. You know, that was
Right.
us writing the song in just the creative portion. Right after we wrote that song and did that time, we took a break again and, took some time off because we felt like we were making music that was similar, if not the same, maybe to what could have been on the last record. And it wasn't progressive enough for where we wanted to go and changing, and things like that and growth. So we took some time off, lived a little bit more life, and then came back together and something started clicking and it really worked.
And you guys had a pretty good show in New York, which has inspired some other performances. So we do have news that...
Big announcement.
Yes, that's right. Ellen hit the timpani of the counter there.
Okay, you got it.
The drum roll,
Looking
big
for it.
announcement. Nick, Joe, Kevin Jonas with us now. The Jonas Brothers will be performing 2 shows in Los Angeles at the Pantages Theater,
Yes.
November 27th and 28th. Tickets go on sale this Saturday, 10 a.m. Ticketmaster. So that is fantastic news.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really
We're pumped.
excited.
Yeah, I think after the show here in New York, we felt like there was a kind of a big call from the fans out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It is just 2 shows in the U.S. right now that we've done or that we're going to do. But I think it was so important for us to be able to connect with both sides and kind of start it up again. And these shows at the Pantages, it's literally very close to home for Joe and I, as we just mentioned. It's across the street from where we live. So we see it all the time from our house, and I think this show that we put on here in New York had a really theatrical feel. It was all about the music and the musicality of the show, and how it all sort of plays together. And we wanted to find the right venue that suited this kind of show. And Pantages is such a classic and historic venue that it felt right. And we're so excited to play for our fans there.
And what's nice about it is it's intimate, so it's going to feel really special. We're doing 1 night here in New York, and we're doing 2 in LA, and so that show will really feel special to the fans that are able to make it out.
So, and by the way, they mentioned New York. We're actually seated in New York. I've brought umbrellas for the Jonas Brothers, so
Yes.
I'm working
Ryan
with
Seacrest
them. We're
umbrellas.
covering the storm. But why just the dabbling? Why just a couple of shows? Why not
It's fun
say,
that
hey,
way.
we're coming back?
No, I think
Sparks
if
some
we were to do,
interest.
if we were to do a full tour, then we could always do that. But just to spark some interest and sort of, we're in a place on the music side too where we're still in the process of finishing up the record. I think
Fun way to
before we
test
do a tour,
songs,
we want to be done with that, and then maybe next year. In fact, I kind of maybe know next year there will be a full tour, but these first couple shows are really exciting for us to just get excitement with the fans again and create some buzz.
Do you think, when you start thinking about next year or the year beyond or even 5 or 10 years, do you think you'll keep doing this together?
Definitely. It's amazing how, we've done some individual things in the past 2-3 years and really enjoyed those times and learned a lot from it. But having that time to live, now we've been able to come back together and write songs that we are really proud of and starting to really grow because of it. And so playing shows was so much more rewarding than, let's just turn out another tour, guys. Like this
Right.
time we're like, it's so special, like we're really taking all these moments in. And unlike ever before as well, like we've been usually when we go on a tour, we'd get to a city, get to the hotel, do the show, get on a plane, fly to the next place and just, burn through. We're really trying to take the time in each city to really get to take the city in as well, which is something new for us, which is weird to say, but like really spend the time needed to learn about the culture as well.
So if you want to see them, by the way, these 2 shows, 27, 28 in November, tickets go on sale Saturday at 10. I have a pair for caller 102, 800-520-1027. We will come back with the Jonas Brothers in just a minute. Here is Neo now. So Let Me Love You. This is Kiss.
Much as you blame yourself.